Hello little people that live in my phone. A while back I made a video going over the top 10 worst YouTube boxers in my opinion, but since then a lot has changed and the top 10 list is now completely different, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, this updated list is crazy. You're going to want to watch this whole thing because let me tell you something right now. A lot of the guys from that last video, Nate Robinson, Ben Askren, etc., ain't on this video, fam. This is the top 10 worst pound for pound YouTube boxers of all time. Coming in at number 10, we have a guy who you might think should be lower on the list. However, he does have a win to his name, so we have to put him quite high. We're talking about Simple Simon, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, Simple Simon, he got dropped in one round by Ed Matthews, and realistically, the guy's like 55 or something. He's a senior citizen. He really shouldn't be fighting. He shouldn't be boxing, especially since he's never done it before. Yet he was on Kingpin 1 and fought Ed Matthews, a 19-year-old on steroids who kicked the shit out of him. Who would have fucking expected that, right? Outcome was pretty obvious, but you know, it is what it is. Ed Matthews, why he even got in there with Simple Simon to begin with is an absolute joke and a bit of a mystery. And Simon just played into his hands. However, Simon does have a win in the YouTube boxing records. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, he beat Chef Dave. Chef Dave is this guy who used to be like Simon's friend. I think he's in his mid-30s-ish. And Chef Dave challenged Simon to a boxing match in a gym setting with an audience and an undercard, and it was streamed onto the internet. So technically, it does count as an influencer boxing event. So Simon has a win to his name against Chef Dave. So we've got to put him at number 10. He is bad, but he has probably the best excuse for being on this list, being he is literally almost 60 years old. Number 9 is Chase Demar, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, Chase Demar. I won't talk about him too much because he was in my last list as well, but he hasn't gone up because he hasn't even won a fight yet. However, he did just fight Alan Belcher and kind of survive. The fight was called off, but only because his trainer was like in there or something. It was really weird, but Chase Demar, he's fought Stevie Knight, Josh Bruckner, and Alan Belcher, and in the Stevie Knight fight, he should have won if he didn't fucking ground and pound his opponent. Thing is, he's on his third fight right now, and Chase still doesn't know how to punch. Look at the Alan Belcher fight. The guy punches like someone who's never known how to punch in their entire life. It's really weird, but it is what it is. Chase Demar, yes, he gets memed. Yes, he gets memed a lot. However, the guy's got potential. If he actually learns how to punch and throw combinations in any meaningful way whatsoever, he could do some damage in the heavyweight division. Maybe put him against Minicon or something, I don't know. But yeah, Chase Demar's number 9. Spinning his way into number 8 is Halal Ham. Now, the reason Halal Ham is here and not one of the opponents he's beat is because he has been fighting since 2018. I promise you, if you gave Halal Ham's opponents the same amount of time to train as Halal Ham has, they will beat him. Halal Ham is, I think, on his like 5th fight or something, and he is still fighting people on their debut. And it's not like he's fighting good guys who are, you know, athletes, whatever. He's just fighting random YouTube dons on their debuts, and he's barely beating them sometimes. In my opinion, Halal Ham just isn't that guy in boxing, and he should hang up the gloves and just quit while he's there, because he keeps getting demoted constantly. He's now onto the Misfits prelims instead of just Misfits in general, and he keeps losing fights and winning against like these losers and barely scraping through them. And let's be honest, guys, he's so boring to watch. No one ever wants to watch a Halal Ham fight. No one's gone back to watch a Halal Ham fight because he was that exciting. Ginty vs Halal Ham may have been the worst, most boring fight in YouTube boxing history. And this just says it all, really. It's not like Halal Ham even like has it in him to win though as well, because if you look at the Ginty fight with Halal Ham, Ham was down in the first round, obviously needed the next 2 rounds to even get a draw, and he just didn't attack. He just stayed there and fainted and didn't even throw himself at Ginty, to the point where the ref had to bring them in and say, look guys, we have to fight, you have to engage, this is boring, and the end of the fight was booed, it was that bad. If Halal Ham never won a fight, that's exactly who Ryan Taylor would be. I've talked about Ryan Taylor before on the channel, so I'll keep it brief. Ryan Taylor fights like he's trying to get a burglar out of his house, okay? The guy is just not a boxer, okay? Maybe on the street he's a tough kid, but the guy is not a boxer. I mean, his first boxing match, what happened? He headbutted his opponent on purpose in front of Anthony Joshua and took him out. Okay, that is disgraceful. And then every fight he's had after that has just been him losing. He lost to Swarms on Swarms' second fight after not training. He lost to Slim. He lost to Anthony Taylor, kind of. Anthony Taylor beat the shit out of him and they called it a draw, quote. But let's be honest, it wasn't a draw. Ryan Taylor is 0-4 technically on my cards, and like, I can't see him winning. Like, who is he gonna beat? No, seriously, who is Ryan Taylor gonna beat? Give me a name. Jonathan. Number 6 is Chef Dave. This is going to be a quick rapid fire one because we've already seen Simple Simon on this list and we've seen Chef Dave fight him. Let's be real, Chef Dave's 0-2. He fought Aaron Hunt and Simple Simon. Got killed both times. He got dropped both times he fought. He got stopped both times he fought. He is trash, dog. I'm sorry, he's actually trash. The thing is as well, he has more natural talent than people like Aaron Hunt. And probably more than Simon as well. But he gives up so quickly and he just doesn't want it. He just isn't a fighter. He's a pacifist. Like, if you just know him, you watch any content he's in, he's a pacifist. That's just what he is. I don't think he'll ever win a fight. I think he's just doing it for the lols, and that's why Chef Dave just ain't he on this list, dog. The only thing he's cooking up is disappointment. Number 5 is, of course, NNA Productions, baby. You know I hate this guy. You already know I hate this guy. If you've been on the channel for, like, anywhere between now and the last 5 months, you know I can't stand this guy. His attitude pisses me off. He thinks he's the goat of fucking everything, bro. He thinks he's that guy. He's not that guy. He's not him. He's a twat. He was meant to fight Waleed Sharks. Waleed Sharks, by the way, would have absolutely murdered him. But anyway, NNA was meant to fight the Waleed Sharks, and he backed out because his visa or some shit, but really pussied out. He got a Misfits boxing tattoo just to be recognised and pull out of the fight when they offered him one. It's absolutely an embarrassment. He's 1-1. He lost against Slim in the first, probably, I think it was 30 seconds. Got absolutely battered, and then he had a fight with another guy that was so bad that the commentators were making fun of the fight itself. The fact that NNA Productions uploaded the fight to his channel and wasn't embarrassed is an absolute just insanity from him. Literally, go to NNA Productions channel, go on the YouTube video called I Won in all caps, watch the full fight. Well, maybe don't watch the full fight, it's pretty tragic, but the whole fight is like two little brothers pillow fighting, and the commentators are just roasting them both. It is an embarrassment to YouTube boxing, and NNA, you should be ashamed that you're even part of the scene. Buttering our biscuit at number 4 is, of course, Dollar Deck. He fought on the prelims for the last Kingpin event, the semi-finals, and oh my days, it was bad. He fought Golden Boys. Side note, Golden Boys is the same guy who ran into the ring on the Deji vs Alex Wasabi card and got kicked out. That was on the Showstar event. Showstar then rebranded to Kingpin. Why would Kingpin literally platform this guy after he tried to ruin one of their events? Unless it was a plant by themselves to get like headlines or something. It's a little wacky, but yeah. Golden Boys, the absolute plonk, was just going to town on Dollar Deck, and what really annoyed me is the whole time Dollar Deck was like bumming up and just glazing Golden Boy's throbbing cock, bro. It was insane. Bro, Golden Boys would like land a punch and then like taunt him and be like, "Wait, look what I just did," and Dollar Deck would be like, "Yeah, dude, you got me there, yeah, well done, mate, well done." And the whole time he was just glazing Golden Boy, glazing him, bro. Like, that's who you're fighting. That's your opponent, and you're glazing this guy so badly. You're licking his butt cheeks together, and that's why he's at number 4, to be honest. Like, I think Dollar Deck beats most guys on this list pound for pound, you know, when it comes to like Simple Simon, Chef Dave, but he ain't that guy, bro, and he just annoyed me. So he's number 4. Dollar Deck, you need to sort yourself out, bro. These last 3 could honestly go in each other's places, but at number 3 I've got Black Paddy. This guy also fought on the Kingpin prelims for the last Kingpin event, the semi-finals, and it, oh my days, bro. Like, when I tell you it was bad, the guy was very clearly there just to get some money and dip. He didn't train, he didn't want to fight, he didn't want to box at all. It was an embarrassment. When you have people, even like me, who would kill to be on a prelim for a Misfits or Kingpin card, and you have this absolute twonk who just goes in to get a paycheck, takes like 2 punches, goes, "No, I can't do it," and then just dips, is actually embarrassing, bro, and I can't stand him. Black Paddy, you're a fucking disgrace to the sport of boxing in general. You should be very, very ashamed of what you're doing. The guy couldn't even box at all, bro. Remember when I said Daniela Hemsley in the Kingpin quarterfinals had her like hands glued to her temples in the whole, "Oh, you always keep your hands up, always keep your hands on your head when you fight," that shit, and I said that it was an ick. Yeah, this is that, but times 2. It's actually embarrassing. Black Paddy, don't box again, bro. This is a bit of a joint place, but number 2 is DNLM and number 1 is Luke Bennett. Now, these guys fought each other, so I'm just going to play their clips of their fight in this section of the video, and I'm just going to talk about them both individually. But the fight was 16 seconds long, so you're not going to see too much. DNLM came out, and I think it was like a week's notice, never boxed before, to fight Luke Bennett, who had been training apparently for months. They got in the ring. DNLM threw 3 of the worst punches I've seen in my life. Luke Bennett almost started crying, leant over the ropes, and the fight was called off. That's it. It was that quick. It was so shit. Like, I cannot just express how bad it was. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know Black Paddy was bad, but oh my days, this was just, I don't even know what you describe it as. It was like watching 2 like 8-year-olds fight on a bouncy castle, and then one of them like scratches the other one a little bit and they start crying, and it's just like, what is happening right here, bro? And there you go, that was my top 10 worst YouTube boxers updated for 2023. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was pretty fun to put together because a lot of these guys were absolutely fucking trash. They were garbage, I can't lie. So yeah, well done to Luke Bennett for winning this year's Worst YouTube Boxer Award. Come collect your prize, Luke. I'm sure you're very ecstatic about this. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe and like, or I will get Joe Fournier to come to your house and throw eggs at you. See you in the next one.